Hey everyone, my name is Ernie. Welcome back to Health Thrive. Today we're tackling a topic that so many of us can relate to: how to break sugar addiction, especially if you're looking to lose weight. I know this can sound overwhelming at first, but trust me, it's possible. Sugar is everywhere in our diets, and once you start craving it, it can feel like a never ending cycle. But here's the good news: you can absolutely break free from sugar addiction, and when you do, you'll not only feel better, but you'll notice a difference in your energy levels, mood, and yes, your weight. If you ever found yourself reaching for that mid afternoon candy bar or feeling like you can't end the day without dessert, you're definitely not alone. Sugar cravings can be intense, and cutting back on sugar is a challenge many of us face. But I promise that once you start to understand why sugar has such a hold on you, you can start making small, manageable changes. You can kick this habit for good. So, whether you're someone who's ready to lose weight, feel more energized, or just get a better grip on your health, stick around. We're going to go through practical, realistic steps on how to break your sugar addiction and achieve your weight loss goals. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so we can continue sharing health tips that help you thrive. Before we dive into how to break the cycle, let's talk about why sugar is so addictive in the first place. We've all heard the phrase sugar high, but what's actually happening in your brain when you eat sugar? Sugar triggers the release of dopamine, the feel good chemical in your brain. When you eat something sweet, your brain gets flooded with dopamine, making you feel happy, satisfied, and sometimes even euphoric. It's the same kind of reward response that happens with other addictive substances like nicotine or even drugs. Over time, your brain starts to crave that dopamine hit, and you find yourself reaching for more sugar to get the same happy feeling. The more sugar you eat, the more your brain relies on it, creating a vicious cycle. The problem is, these sugar spikes are usually followed by a crash, which makes you feel tired, cranky, and craving even more sugar to pick you up again. And guess what? All those sugary snacks contribute to weight gain, especially belly fat. So, if you feel like you're caught in a sugar trap, don't worry, it's not your fault. But the good news is that understanding this is the first step to breaking free from it. So, step number one: identify your sugar triggers. The first step to breaking your sugar addiction is to identify your sugar triggers. For a lot of people, sugar cravings come at specific times of the day. Maybe it's that afternoon slump when you need a pick me up, or maybe it's after dinner when you want something sweet to end the day. Start paying attention to when you crave sugar the most. Do you reach for sugar when you're bored, stressed, tired, or maybe you have certain emotional triggers like loneliness or anxiety that make you crave comfort foods, which often include sweets? Identifying these moments is key because once you know when your cravings hit, you can start planning for them and make different choices in those moments. I recommend keeping a small journal or even just making a note on your phone when you find yourself craving sugar. What time of day is it? How are you feeling? The more aware you are of these triggers, the easier it will be to find healthier alternatives that don't involve sugar. Step number two: gradually reduce sugar intake. I know some of you might be thinking, shouldn't I just cut out sugar cold turkey? And while that might work for some people, it's not the best approach for everyone. Going cold turkey on sugar can lead to intense cravings, irritability, and a sense of deprivation that can actually make you crave sugar even more. So instead of trying to eliminate all sugar overnight, I recommend a more gradual approach. Start by cutting down on the obvious sources of sugar like soda, candy, or that second dessert after dinner. Replace sugar snacks with healthier options like fruits, nuts, or yogurt. For example, if you are used to having a candy bar in the afternoon, swap it out for an apple with some almond butter. You're still satisfying your need for something sweet, but with natural sugars that won't send your blood sugar soaring and crashing. Then start paying attention to the hidden sugars in your diets. Sugar hides in a lot of foods that don't even taste sweet. Things like sauces, dressings, and processed foods. Start reading the labels and looking out for sneaky ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, maltose, or dextrose. Gradually reducing these hidden sources of sugar can have a big impact over time. Step number three, focus on whole, unprocessed foods. One of the best ways to break a sugar addiction is to focus on eating more whole, unprocessed foods. Processed foods are often loaded with added sugars, preservatives, and artificial flavors, all of which can spike your blood sugar and keep you coming back for more. On the other hand, whole foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats are naturally satisfying and don't cause the same blood sugar roller coaster that processed foods do. When you start eating more whole foods, you'll notice that your cravings for sugar naturally starts to decrease. Your body gets the nutrients it needs from real food, and you'll feel fuller and more satisfied for longer. Plus, whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats help stabilize blood sugar, which helps fewer energy crashes and less temptation to reach for a sugary snack. Next time you're at the grocery store, focus on filling your cart with whole, nutrient dense foods. The more real, wholesome food you eat, the less room there will be for sugar. Step number four, stay hydrated. This next tip is super simple but incredibly important. Stay hydrated. Believe it or not, dehydration is often mistaken for hunger and specifically for sugar cravings. When you're dehydrated, your body can send mixed signals that make you feel like you need a quick source of energy. Cue the sugar cravings. Make it a habit to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Start your morning with a glass of water and keep a water bottle with you to sip on regularly. If you're feeling a craving, come on, try drinking a glass of water first and waiting for a few minutes. Sometimes your body just needs hydration and the craving will pass. You can also add slices of fruit or herbs like mint to your water for a little natural flavor, which might help satisfy that need for something sweet without reaching for sugar. Step number five, get enough sleep. Did you know that lack of sleep can actually fuel your sugar addiction? When you're lacking sleep, your body increases production of the hunger hormone, ghrelin, while reducing the levels of leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, causing you to crave more food and overeat. This hormonal imbalance can lead to stronger cravings for sugary foods because your body is looking for quick energy sources to compensate for the lack of sleep. Not only that, but when you're tired, your willpower is lower and you're more likely to make poor food choices. So, getting enough sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's a powerful tool in breaking your sugar addiction. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. By doing so, you'll find it much easier to resist cravings and make healthier choices throughout the day. Step number six, manage stress. Stress and sugar cravings often go hand in hand. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, which can trigger cravings for comfort foods, especially sweets. Eating sugar can temporarily lower stress by increasing the production of serotonin, the feel good chemical in your brain. But this is a short term fix that can lead to long term weight gain and more sugar cravings. To break the cycle, it's important to find healthier ways to manage stress that don't involve sugar. Try incorporating activities like deep breathing, exercises, meditation, yoga, or even just taking a walk outside. These activities can help lower your cortisol levels naturally and keep those sugar cravings in check. Remember, managing your stress doesn't have to be complicated. It's about finding small moments throughout the day to slow down, relax, and reset. Step 7. Incorporate more healthy fats. Another way to help break sugar addiction is by incorporating more healthy fats in your diet. Healthy fats like those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish help keep you full and satisfied for longer, which can reduce cravings for sugar. When you eat healthy fats, your body digests them more slowly, providing a steady source of energy and preventing those blood sugar spikes and crashes that lead to sugar cravings. Try adding a source of healthy fat to each meal, like a handful of almonds, a drizzle of olive oil in your salad, or some avocado with your eggs. It's an easy way to stay satisfied and avoid reaching for sugary snacks. Step number 8, fill up on protein. Protein is another key player when it comes to controlling sugar cravings. Protein helps regulate blood sugar and keep you feeling full for longer, which can prevent those mid-afternoon sugar crashes that have you reaching for sweets. Including a good source of protein in each meal and snack can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day. Foods like lean meats, eggs, Greek yogurt, legumes, and nuts are excellent sources of protein. By making protein a priority in your meals, you'll keep your energy levels steady and reduce your desire for sugary snacks. Step number 9, practice mindful eating. Mindful eating is one of the most effective ways to break your sugar addiction. When you eat mindfully, you pay attention to the taste, texture, and enjoyment of your food. You also become more aware of your hunger and fullness cues, which can help prevent overeating and mindless snacking. The next time you find yourself craving sugar, take a moment to ask yourself if you're truly hungry or if you're just eating out of habit or boredom. If you're not actually really hungry, try doing something else. Go for a walk, read a book, call a friend. Often cravings pass once you distract yourself from the urge. And when you eat something sweet, savor it. Enjoy each bite slowly and appreciate the flavors. You'll find that you need less sugar to feel satisfied when you're truly present with your food. Step number 10, celebrate small wins. Breaking a sugar addiction doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. It's important to celebrate the small wins along the way. Maybe you went a whole day without reaching for candy, or you swapped your usual sugary coffee for black coffee. These are victories. Every small step, every small step you take to reduce your sugar intake is progress. So be kind to yourself. This journey is about making sustainable long-term changes that will help improve your health and help you lose weight in the process. And remember, it's okay to treat yourself occasionally. The goal is to balance, not to be perfect. So there you have it, 10 practical steps to help you break free from sugar addiction and start seeing real progress in your weight loss journey. Remember, the key is to take it slow and be patient with yourself and focus on small, manageable changes. Each step you take will bring you closer to a healthier, happier version of yourself. Let me know in the comments which tips you're excited to try on. Let me know in the comments which tips you're excited to try, or if you've already started cutting back on sugar. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on liking your healthiest, most vibrant life. Thanks for watching, and here's to kicking sugar to the curb for good.